Hello everybody, my name is CulBlu, and guess what? It is Sunday. That is right. Well, actually no, it's Monday, or whatever day it is for you guys in the future of YouTube. And we are jumping ourselves into some hot, sweet, awesome SECS action. We actually got a DC. Hold on, we have a message. Nope, no messages yet. You guys did totally see the whole admin chat that was going on in the background. But yes, this is the SECS Cup series that I will be casting, and I actually have a ton of tabs open. I need to close all these because it's going to slow me down so much. I'm just going to save all this and close out my GIMP, which is the stuff that I use to make my awesome thumbnails that you guys so happen to like. I'm going to close my Ventrilo since Dren will not be joining me this week. He doesn't feel like casting today, and I totally understand. I sometimes don't feel like casting myself on Sundays, but we are here on Sunday casting. I'm here to bring you guys the fun and awesomeness that is the SECS, and we are jumping ourselves right into this game. This is Team Apex versus another team. Totally forgot the team name, but I will bring in the brackets up as soon as I possibly can. Somewhere here lies the brackets. Let me go ahead and do this so I can be official about it. Don't know what's going on. Hey, we got bans and picks going on left and right, and I'm still trying to get my stuff together. Sorry guys about this in the advance, but that's what happens when you're trying to do too many things at once. Like, I don't know why I have so many tabs open. Oh my god, why do I have so many tabs open? Close. Alright, I think I got a message too. I need to make sure I watch these messages. Because people do ask questions. They say, hey, CulBlu, can I do this? And I say, no, you can't do that.
10 seconds remaining.
Alright, cool. We got all the tabs open. We got bans and picks, so let me go ahead and take a moment to talk about the bans and picks. You see a Batrider ban, a Lifestealer ban, Wisp ban, and a Visage ban. Of course, things you already know. But the things to talk about on each ban, Batrider, he's really strong as far as his mid presence going, also his teamfight presence. Well, not necessarily teamfight presence, but his presence throughout the entire game. Lasso, oh my god, it's so ridiculous. It just hurts so much. Basically, it can disable your carry and make sure that everybody else can do whatever they want, or disable a big key player like a stunner or something. I don't really know. It's annoying, and then Sticky Napalm on top of that is just so annoying. 70% turn rate slow, OP as crap. Moving on to Lifestealer, he is pretty powerful as a carry goes, despite the fact that they, Valve did try to nerf him as much as they possibly could. He's still pretty darn powerful in a tri-lane. Pretty much he goes in a tri-lane, he eats everybody's alive, and it works out that way every single time. I'm not too sure why, but it just happens to happen that way. And also, free magic immunity is also another thing that makes Lifestealer a really good pick. Pretty much he can escape from almost any situation. Unless you have somebody who has a stun that goes through magic immunity like Batrider, but Batrider is banned out, and so is Lifestealer, so it doesn't matter either way. Meanwhile, moving on to Apex Dota's bans, they banned out a Wisp, they banned out a Visage. Visage, we've seen him play quite a bit in this whole entire SECS series, and I think I'm pretty sure I have a nice, well-informed reason as to why he's banned so much. Pretty much at level 1, he can pretty much have a Lightning Strike array. Or level 1 Lightning Strike, or not level 1, level 1 Laguna Blade with all those Soul Assumption charges. I think it's if he gets max soul charges, or like even with level 1 Soul Assumption, if he gets all the soul charges up, he can do like the damage equal to a Laguna Blade. I'm not too sure. I haven't done the numbers myself, but just know that he can continuously spam the crap out of that because it is on a very low cooldown, and if I'm not mistaken, it doesn't cost that much mana, relatively speaking. Of course, early on, everything is expensive as far as mana cost goes, but by the time he runs out of mana using Soul Assumption, he probably already got a kill, so it doesn't really matter. And also Grave Chill, oh my god, that's like, honestly, is probably one of his most underrated abilities. Next to Gravekeeper's Cloak, of course. So it's not really all that underrated, I guess. But it is pretty powerful. It slows people's move speed by 33%. It's 35%, no, 35%, something like that. 33%. And it slows their attack speed by 65%. It's quite a bit. Anyway, Wisp is banned as well because Wisp gives you a global presence as far as ganking all around the map goes, so nobody wants to face that. As far as the picks go, on the side of the diary, which I will find out their team name soon, we have a Darkseid pickup, a Lina pickup. Lina solid support, Darkseid solid solo. Lina, she can just get those free stuns all over the place if she's just laying in the back. And if there's somebody like a Weaver on the map, he pretty much can get Laguna Blade or burst damage down by Lina. Between the Dragon Slave and the Laguna Blade, that's pretty much a lot of damage that can get thrown on by her. Darkseid, on the other hand, his teamfight presence is astounding. I've actually faced one of my matches recently where there's a Darkseid who's pretty much making Fnatic's life a living crap, or a living hell, and that's kind of refreshing and kind of sad because like, oh, he's on my team, but the Darkseid was doing pretty well as far as making sure Fnatic had no fun. Wall of Replica was the basic reason for that, but still. It was quite painful to play in. I won't say that much. Shadow Demon and Rubik are pickups on the side of the Apex Dota. They're going to go for the supports early, or they could run a mid Rubik, which we haven't seen in forever, but likely not. It'll be a tri-lane with the Shadow Demon Rubik +1. They have their options open wide. They can go for whatever they want. I think a Weaver would be a nice matchup with those two, because the amount of disables you have between these two, and then you have Weaver doing all the damage. That will be quite a bit. It'll be really nice to have a Weaver, but he is banned out, so they don't have to worry about him at all. Gyrocops is banned out as well on the side of Apex Dota, and I'm going to let it tick for a little bit more time while I go ahead and bring these brackets up so you guys can see who the heck is playing, because I actually want you guys to know who the heck is playing. So see, brackets, properties, no, refresh, this, there we go, okay. And the bracket should pop up. There we go. There's the bracket. So you guys can see the brackets right before your very eyes. We are in the match of there we go. Suck My Dagon versus Apex Dota. We also have another match playing back here at the same time. Machine Gun Clicks versus Incapable Stand-ins. This is a relatively short SECS, but I mean that can be said about all of them. It's only going to be 4 rounds, including the final, of course. And we are right here in this one. I actually really wanted to get into this one, but they took a little bit too long with getting out the password. So I'm in this one, Suck My Dagon versus Team Apex. No, I do not want to make Internet Explorer my default browser. Thank you. And we'll go ahead and hide these away because I think I heard another interesting pickup. As far as the rest of the pickups go, we see a ban. Sorry. Clockwork ban. We see a Nyx Assassin ban. Perfect timing. Thank you guys for giving me that much time to actually talk about all this. And as far as Clockwork goes, I mean, Clockwork, he's really powerful with his power cogs until people start building BKBs, but of course that can be said about anybody with a magic type ability or magic-esque ability. And he's also a heck of an initiator. It's ridiculous. The initiation power that Clockwork has, especially if you have something to follow up like a global silencer ulti. Clockwork can rappel in, silencer can throw his ulti in, and TIE Hunter can pop his ulti, if there's a TIE Hunter, of course, hypothetically speaking, and pretty much do a whole bunch of stuff where you can have stuff follow up from that. But he's going to be banned out, and the reason why I say that one specifically, by the way, is because I did play with a team that actually does play some competitive Dota, and they allowed me to play with them for a Captain's Mode match, and they were just discussing kind of awesome things. So I got some inside information on how teams think whenever they play, and that was a really good experience. So I highly appreciate it. Shout out to Testa or whoever it was, I think it was Testa, for giving me the opportunity, along with his captains and all those people, to play with him, and that was all fun. That was all fun and games. But we're back here in the real life, in the real world. Well, I am just a horrible I'm just a great caster and a horrible player, as opposed to a horrible caster and a great player, which I'm probably neither. I'm probably like a mediocre in both, at best. As far as the other ban, we got a Nyx Assassin ban. Nyx Assassin just pretty darn annoying. And, oh my gosh, Suck My Dagon just pretty much put Apex Dota in one of the worst situations possible. So Coddle is still in the poll. What they risk facing is a Coddle PL if they do not pick up a Coddle. But if they do pick up a Coddle, what in the world are they going to do? So these are some really good mind games getting played by, Suck My Dagon. Really good strategy. It's like kind of like playing chess. The chess before the actual match, if you want to put it that way. So Apex Dota pretty much just had these guys checkmated. They can either pick up a Coddle and have a very bad lineup, or let them get a Coddle and have a very hard time. And they're going to go ahead and let them get a Coddle, but they pick up an Alchemist, which is a really nice counter versus a Phantom. Sort of. Alchemist just pretty much gets tanky as crap, and he pretty much doesn't die all that easily. But Phantom can still whittle him down until he does go down. But the only thing about it is that Alchemist, he has some really nice sustainability. He gets free gold just by getting last hits, which is something that you want to do anyway as a carry. His attack speed is, I think his attack speed gets the highest in the highest possible attack. He has the highest possible attack speed in the entire game.
10 seconds remaining.
If I'm not mistaken, when he has his ulti, of course. When he has his ulti, I think Anti-Mage is. Anti-Mage is somewhere up there. I don't know. I have to go look at my numbers again, but long story short, Alchemist attacks pretty darn fast, and if Alchemist has himself a Mjolnir, which he might need to go for because he's facing a Phantom Lancer, then he might be able to get rid of all the illusions pretty darn easy, or he might go for Radiant. Who knows? Jakiro's a pickup on Suck My Dagon. Suck My Dagon doing a really cool strategic type thing. They're not going to go for Coddle at all. But if Apex Dota did panic and decide to go for a Coddle instead, then they would have been in a lot of trouble. Although, I will say this much, Suck My Dagon could be responding to the fact that Apex Dota did pick up an Alchemist, and Jakiro, he would be really nice versus Alchemist too. Ice Path is pretty strong, Dual Breath is pretty strong, and also Liquid Fire is probably one of the more underrated ones. That's an attack slow of 50% just from one auto attack. from Jakiro, which would be pretty powerful versus Alchemist, who, like I said, can attack the fastest, or has the fastest possible attack speed in the entire game. If I'm not mistaken, which I might be mistaken, there might be somebody who can attack just a little smidgen faster. But we'll see. We shall see, said the blind man. Somebody will correct me, hopefully.
Team ban.
Moving on to the rest of the picks, we see a Windrunner pickup. I'm pretty happy to see that. Shackle Shot is going to make this, or make or break this game, or make or break this entire lineup. Even like telekinesis into a Shackle Shot, or disruption into telekinesis into Shackle Shot, into an Alchemist stun. That's pretty much a lot of CC. So the Dire, suck my Dagon. Sorry, not the Dire. Yeah, well they're on the Dire side. It doesn't matter. But they're gonna be very hard pressed to hurry up and build their BKBs. And let me go ahead and hide this for a split second so you guys can see Visage's beautiful, beautiful face. And let me go ahead and turn it back on before I forget to turn it off, or turn it back on. And actually, I'm gonna go change a few of my settings. But we got a Magnus band on the side of the Dire, and not too sure, or actually no, I was about to say I'm not too sure what the thinking behind that one is. But Magnus, he's pretty powerful in these team fights, and you basically want to make sure that you don't have anybody who can just out-control you in the team fights, especially when you have a Phantom Lancer who just wants to just wail on you all day long. Let me go ahead and adjust all these settings so you guys can have a nice viewer experience. And now we got Apex DotA thinking pretty darn hard who they're going to ban. They're going to ban a Puck, they're going to ban the mid, and that is a good point. The Radiant, sorry, Suck My Dagon have not picked up a mid just yet. This mid is going to be a big thing. They're probably going to go for the obvious Queen of Pain. That's the only one I can think of. That would be a really good mid. They could go for OD if they really wanted to make sure that they win the mid lane versus whoever Apex DotA decides to put against them. But I mean, it's kind of one of those tough things because I pretty much see it as if Suck My Dagon picks up a Queen of Pain, then Apex DotA are going to pick up a OD. And the only reason why I'm saying that, honestly, is because those are the only two mids I can think of that are left, that are liable to be picked up. Nick Assassin, he's already banned out. Puck is already banned out. Magus is banned out. Queen of Pain is picked up. Oh yeah, I called it like a boss. And we might be seeing an OD. If we do, then I'll be like the Grandmaster of Dota. Yes, I am the Grandmaster of Dota. Like I said, it's only two that I can think of. Those are the two biggest ones in the current metagame. So, especially OD. He, like, as of what, 2 months ago, he would have never been picked up at all. Everybody says, "Oh, OD dies to everything. He just fails at all levels." But people start to realize that OD can do quite a bit of work versus any other mid, because usually any other mid is an intelligence type hero, and they require, well, intelligence points, and OD can just steal all those intelligence points with the Astral Imprisonment and just make their life a living heck. And also increase his damage as well. So we're jumping right into this game. Let me go and do an introduction. Start off on Suck My Dagon side. Start off with this Phantom Lancer. We have OZX on him. Moving on to Jakiro, we have Bojack on this, and we have Janie's gun playing that Alina on this Queen of Pain, who will be playing the all-important mid role. We have Jackal on that Queen of Pain, and last but not least for the Courier, that is, no. It's not the Courier. Last but not least for the Darkseer, we see Mustard on him, or E-Mustard on Darkseer. Moving over to the Radiant side, which is Team Apex DotA. Starting off with this Outward Destroyer, we see Apex, Akaladima, oh man, Akaladima on, hold on, Akildama. I shall call you Akil. We have Akil on that OD. Moving over to this Shadow Demon, we see Nestico on that Shadow Demon. On this Alchemist, we see Lights on him. Moving over to this Rubik, we see Cristo on that Rubik. And last but not least, for the last person I missed, which is the Windrunner, of course, we see Proski on that Windrunner. And we're just going to be waiting to see where these guys decide to go. We got some warding already done. Sentry Ward and Observer placed over here. So they will be able to counter this ward as soon as they can. It's not really all that safe just yet to counter it. But it will be in a slight amount of time. There you go, vision getting thrown on both sides. So we're going to have a tri-lane down bottom. We got a Rubik Shadow Demon and a, who's this? Alchemist down bottom, of course, versus a Suicide solo Darkseer, Mustard on the Darkseer, so he's going to be playing that important role. Moving over to mid, we're going to have a Queen of Pain versus OD, who'd have thought, who'd have thunk, indeed. And on this top lane, we see Windrunner running that Suicide lane for the Radiant side, or for Apex DotA side. And we got a tri-lane of sorts on the side of the Dire side for Suck My Dagon. And we shall see how Azix, I should call you Azix. There we go. We shall see how Azix does versus a pretty much free farm Alchemist, Light on the Alchemist. That's what it's really going to boil down to. Who can get more farm? Of course, that's what it always boils down to. But Alchemist should be getting the early lead. He's pretty much on par with the Phantom Lancer. Not really much to say about that. I mean, they're both getting free farm. Windrunner, she's not going to do anything but throw power shots just to be annoying. She actually has early points out of her one run just to make sure she doesn't get caught out too bad. But between Jakiro and Lina, that's a lot of damage that can get done. One of the biggest drawbacks with having a Jakiro as a support, especially when they decide to roam, is that Jakiro can't really follow up with a whole bunch of damage. But Lina, she can supply
Jakiro, I hope that icy
maybe just enough.
Cooled your temper.
That's funny. Maybe just enough damage to actually do something to get a kill. So basically, between Dragon Slave and between Lightning Strike Array, there might be enough time for them to actually do enough damage to kill the person they decide to gank, which will most likely be OD mid, and that will be a hell of a task. We shall see if Akko can actually do anything against it. So moving back around what we see, we're just seeing the passive start as we always do. Nobody's really being too aggressive. Actually, no, we got Jamie's gun being a little bit aggressive, trying to come on Windrunner, throwing a few auto attacks, and Proski's gonna back up very smartly so. Very smartly so for you, Proski. Meanwhile, mid, we got Jackal versus Akko, and they're just really Jackal versus Akko. That's pretty funny. Total coincidence, guys. But Queen of Pain and Shadow Demon trading a few love taps. I think Shadow Demon, Queen of Pain and OD trading a few love taps. I think OD will be getting the better of that engagement, despite the fact he's losing HP. Queen of Pain's losing intelligence. Boots already up on that. On Akko, and he decided to build himself a magic wand as well. He's going to be going for a quick magic stick. No wait, magic. Yeah. Sorry, he built the magic stick. He's going to be going for a quick magic wand. He's waiting a little bit more. He just needs like one more last hit, and there we go. Magic stick is fully finished. Magic wand is fully finished, and he can have that bought up to him, and he'll be happy about that. Curry needs to be upgraded soon. Maybe one of the supports will get on top of that. Rubik almost has enough gold for it, and he should be buying that as soon as it comes up. No Flying Courage's purchase just yet. Meanwhile, Alchemist is getting a lot of farm down bottom. It looks like he's going to be going for either a fast Hand of Midas, or he could be going for a Vanguard to be just a little bit tougher to kill in that mid game. Honestly, I would prefer to see a Hand of Midas on Alchemist because that'll give him more gold. It's extremely greedy build, but these guys do definitely have the lineup to actually hold back a lot of pushes between OD and Shadow Demon. Sorry, not OD and Shadow Demon. Between OD and Windrunner, they can pretty much handle the mid game for these guys. So Proski and Akko will have a heck of a task to hold back a Fnatic and essentially Fnatic, Queen of Pain, and Darkseer. So they'll probably be playing really defensive until Alchemist gets his 40-minute farm up, and then he'll just be killing everything in the world. OD found himself a double damage rune. Akko feeling a little bit more confident about getting his last hits. Jackal on that Queen of Pain, probably going to back it up a little bit. He's going to steal, Akko and Jackal. Jesus, I can't call you Akko. It's too close to Jackal. Oh, jeez. Anyway, up top, we see a little bit of damage getting done. We got Jamie's gun. Janie. Looks like she didn't throw a stun or anything. She just came in for a few auto attacks. Taking a little bit of turret damage from Cardi. She should be fine. Akko. Still a little bit more intelligence coming out from the Queen of Pain, and Queen of Pain might be a little bit trouble. Actually, no, she won't be. She'll be able to blink away. Taking a lot of damage. Look at the damage coming out from OD. OD stealing all the damage in the world. Akko feeling pretty happy about that. Jackal not feeling happy about it all. That's pretty much all his intelligence gone. He has enough for what was it? Okay, he has enough for a few blinks, but he doesn't have enough mana to actually sustain his blinks right now. And there we go. Finally, he's gonna get a few intelligence back soon. Not too sure how soon, but soon enough. Meanwhile, down bottom, I'm actually quite surprised to see that these guys haven't decided to go for a kill on top of Darkseer. Actually, no, I take it back. I am not surprised, because E-Mustard on the Darkseer did very smartly so abandon his bottom lane completely. This is kind of a double-edged sword, because you're doing two things. One, you're giving Alchemist complete free farm, so that means the supports can roam around if they do realize that Darkseer did abandon his lane. And two, you're helping out. You're getting Darkseer some bigger items, so it's kind of a trade-off. Like, do you really want to give, or is Darkseer having bigger items that much bigger of a benefit to your team as a Alchemist getting more farm, I guess. So like I said, Alchemist has complete free farm right now, and that's an extremely dangerous thing because he's going to get more and more gold. And we got the kill going mid to OD, totally missing completely, guys. I'm sorry about that, but Queen of Pain does go down to the OD, who did steal all her intelligence. I think Rubik came by to help out, or maybe that's just an illusion. It was all a dream. But OD did have his ulti, and Queen of Pain had her intelligence sapped all the way down. Pretty sad. She's a pretty sad panda, or a pretty sad succubus. So as far as things we see happening around the map, I mean, not much to really talk about, but the fact that Alchemist has freaking free farm. He has ulti already, he's level 6, Fnatic, how close are you to level 6? He's not level 6 just yet, because Windrunner has been challenging him with his last hits a little bit. Not too much, I guess. She's probably been going for a few last hits, or sorry, for a few denies. It's slowing down just a little bit. And also, the supports from the dire side seems to have been hanging out in the lane a little bit longer. We got, as far as the levels go, I want to see levels. Current levels, hero level. As far as the levels go, we can see that the dire supports are on par with the radiant supports, but the radiant supports have been doing double pulls and killing jungle stacks and whatnot. OD in a lot of trouble. He will be going out. If these guys do get his stuff off, they're going to get the ice path to follow. We got Lina needs to go ahead and follow the stun, but she's not following just yet. Queen of Pain, does she have a Sonic Wave? No, she does not have a Sonic Wave. OD will banish himself. And that's the end of all that. I'm not too sure why Queen of Pain, or not Queen of Pain, I'm not too sure why Jamie didn't go ahead and throw down that stun. Just to go ahead and help these guys go for the kill, but that saved the life of OD. He definitely would have went down. There's no way, nothing he can do about it but suffer Astral Imprisonment and pray that these guys shoot away, which is what they did. So he's feeling pretty confident about that. What is the range on Lightning Strike Array anyway? Which is Lina's stun. The range on LSA is not all that far. She probably would have missed if she would have used it because OD was already in the process of running away. Rubik with the haste rune, Calypso, or Crypto, feeling pretty cool about that. Jamie's gun might be in a little bit of trouble. OD can rotate to go for the kill on top of him, but Jamie will be very smartly backing up. He says, I've been spotted. The jig is up. I'm out. OD going to be going for that. Going to be going for both power treads and a mechanism. Mechanism is honestly probably one of the safest items to go for on OD, as opposed to just going straight up intelligence. Even a rod of Atos will be not as effective, in my personal opinion, than a mechanism, because mechanism gives OD some very nice stats. It gives some armor, gives some, well, like, what is it, 6 of each stat or something like that? No, something not all that high. Let's see. Oh, nope, it's wrong one. Oh, we got a gauge Hamilton on Queen of Pain gonna blink away. Telekinesis coming from Rubik. Queen of Pain is here. Not Queen of Pain, Lina is here. Jamie's gun is here to help out a little bit. OD said, hey, I'm gonna go ahead and settle, kill your support. And Jackal said, I'm gonna kill your support. So Akil and Jackal are both feeling pretty happy about what just happened. Meanwhile, Darkseid goes down bottom to the Alchemist. So he's pretty, I mean, he went pretty low, but he is still alive. Has that free regen coming from his ulti. Look at that regen, guys. 16 regen, and he also gets a tango as well, just to give him more regen. So Light feeling pretty happy about what just transpired. Akil feeling really happy about what just transpired because now Queen of Pain has no mana right now. Jackal in a lot of trouble, no way to blink away. Rubik comes, throws telekinesis, and there's a kill getting thrown to Rubik. Invis Rune picked up by OD, and the bottom tower does go down. Like I said before, this is a really big, huge double-edged sword. Darkseid, I think Darkseid tried to come down bottom to you know, keep Alchemist back a little bit, but Alchemist doesn't really care. Two things are going for Alchemist right now. One, he has ulti, so that's free regen. He doesn't have to leave his lane at all, ever. He also has phase boost as well. Let's give him some nice little extra increase in attack damage. And also, he has a Hand of Midas, so if Darkseid does decide to throw an Iron Shell on top of a creep, the Alchemist can say, hey, Hand of Midas, I'm just going to go ahead and use it on that creep and then get rid of that Iron Shell. So Spurs making Darkseid a little slightly less effective. But also keep in mind that Hand of Midas does have a 100-second cooldown, so it's not that big of a deal. Meanwhile, moving up top on Proski, we see he's just still hanging out. He has himself a Tranquil Boost, gonna be building himself probably Orc of Malevolence. That's what you typically see on that Windrunner. And she goes for the Basilius first, turns the Basilius off. See, this is, oh my gosh, guys, I'm just gonna toot my own horn, but I totally do recommend that everybody turn their Basilius off if they're in lane, especially if you're in the suicide lane, because more armor to your creeps means less damage they take, which means that the wave will push away from you as opposed to towards you. So turn that Basilius off is a really important thing, just a basic thing that you can do to help your lane stay closer to you as opposed to, like I said, having push out from you. But Windrunner, like I said, she's probably going to be going for that Orc of Malevolence, not too sure, but she did disassemble her Tranquil Boots and started to go for a Ring of Basilius. She could go for, no, Orc of Malevolence. That's the only thing I think of that'll be reasonable for Windrunner. Continuing with the items, as far as Alchemist goes, he's building a Shadow Blade. Jakiro already on top of it, give himself Desolate Appearance preemptively. Also has Sentry Wards as well to go ahead and de-ward a little bit. Rune is down bottom, not too sure if anybody sees it. We got Oxy on that Phantom Lantern in a little bit of trouble. We got OD around the corner. OD will be able to Astral Imprisonment. No, there's a Telekinesis. Windrunner Shackle does miss, very sadly so. OD should be able to finish off. He has enough damage coming out from his ulti. And Phantom Lantern will be running to the jungle. These guys will be trying to focus that. They say, oh, he just went in biz. I'm not too sure why. Oh man, never mind. Windrunner, holy crap. Proski, like a pro, just killing the crap out of Phantom Lantern without, so 360 no scope all day, every day. Hashtag swag 2014. That's right, next year, guys, next year. Anyway, so Windrunner feeling pretty happy about that. That's a pretty impressive kill. I mean, not the hardest thing to do in the world. Just pretty much shoot it where you think he's gonna go, and he's pretty much dead. Akil on that OD, kill or imprisoning that Jakiro, and oh, this is gonna be bad. There we go. lag, a little bit of lag. Hopefully it doesn't happen too much. But Shadow Blaze perches up on top of Alchemist, and things are not looking as good for the Dire, or sorry, for Select My Dagon as it is looking for Apex, of course. And that's mainly a result of the fact that Alchemist has been having free farm. Akko might be going down here soon. We got the Phantom Illusion following. We got people TPing in. There's a ping throwing up here on top of Crypto, and Crypto might be in a little bit of trouble. He throws out telekinesis over the top of Chikiro. Chikiro in a little bit of trouble. Bojack will be going down. 2-1 last auto attack coming up from Rubik, and the fight breaks out all around the map. We got Akko getting chased by Lina. Lina does get disrupted by the Shadow Demon. Not Lina. Yeah, he was getting chased by Lina, but disruption from Shadow Demon on top of Phantom Illusion, I think. And we got Quinny Pain Jackal coming in, double damage on top of him. He can't throw his, he just wants to throw his ulti, that's all he wants. Only 1 point inside that blink. And there's a Quinny Pain ulti to fly, but oh man, Astral Imprisonment on top of that. Shadow Demon's life saved. Phantom does finish him off. Meanwhile, Jamie's gun will be falling down to that Windrunner auto attack damage. And oh my gosh, someone's going back and forth. All in all, Apex did come out a little bit better because two things were happening in that whole entire engagement. One, Alchemist is still farming down bottom, so he's not involved in this fight at all. And two, Phantom, he's not farming, or sorry, not Phantom, is not. Yeah, Phantom is not really free farming, in contrast. And that's not my actual second point. My actual second point was the fact that almost everybody on the side of the Dire side had to respond to that, or were responding to that. So they're losing XP and farm in their own respects. So we got Alchemist just hanging on down bottom. Has Shadow Blade, like I said before, he'll be able to make it alive. Lina not level 6 just yet. Janie's gun just wishing is level 6, so he can actually throw out a a Laguna Blade and possibly go for a kill. Alchemist TP on top, he wants to go for a kill. He's going to TP right into the base. These guys will be trying to go on top of Windrunner. Proski might be still going down to the fire damage coming out from everywhere else. Alchemist coming in, Dust of Appearance used by that Jakiro, and there's Alchemist Apex able to get it, Light able to get a kill on top of that. On top of that Queen of Pain, Jackal. But Light did lose his life too. I think he lost it to Queen of Pain. No, he lost it to Darkseer. So he lost his life to Mustard. Pretty sad stuff. Mustard OP, please nerf. Anyway, meanwhile mid, we got Akko. I really need to learn how to pronounce that. It's okay. I think Akko is the closest I'm gonna get, so I'm just gonna keep with Akko. We got Akko just hanging out with his mechanism. Mechanism is up. That's one big thing. He can pretty much TP in when team fight's breaking out, heal everybody up, and then go for the second wave of fighting. Meanwhile, Crypto does find himself a dual breath. Probably not who he wanted. He wanted Ice Path. Rubik with the Ice Path is so freaking powerful. That's a huge spell for him to steal. We got a nice little stack of creeps getting killed up over here by Darkseer's Iron Shell. Windrunner throws out a shotgun shot. Does latch on top of Janie's gun. Janie's gun in a lot of trouble. Bojack throwing out a beautiful Ice Path, but it's not going to be able to save Janie's life. Janie turns around, throws out a stun. Not really enough to follow up to actually help them get a kill on top of that pesky Proski on that Windrunner. And that pretty much ends everything else. Meanwhile, we got Akko facing Jackal. Just... This is pretty funny. Like the closest of their names is pretty funny. We got Akko and Jackal going toe to toe. Akko should be winning this fight. I mean, he still intelligence of Queen of Pain. Queen of Pain doesn't have enough mana for her Sonic Wave, and even if she does have enough mana for Sonic Wave, all she can do is blink forward Sonic Wave and pray to Jesus that she kills, or sorry, pray to whoever she believes in that she kills Akko on that OD. Meanwhile, we got Bojack just hanging up top. Just trying to keep these guys away, just saying, hey, shoo away. And where's Alchemist? Alchemist is, of course, in the jungle, building his bigger items. He's going for a straight-up BKB, or maybe he's going for a straight-up Heaven's Halberd. Who really knows? He could be going for either. And meanwhile, mid, we got, oh man, Akko taking a lot of damage coming out from Laguna Blade from Janie's gun, and he's going to go ahead and heal up. Gets a kill on top of one, and gets a kill on top of the other, but he still might lose his life, though. Queen of Pain, Shadow Strike is still taking on him. She needs like 5 more ticks before he actually goes down, and he's able to TP out. So big turn of events. Lina almost able to finish off that OD, but OD with that mechanism, like I said, it just makes him deceptively tanky, and this is pretty darn OP, or pretty darn powerful. We got Apex Calypso doing a beautiful job of stealing the Ice Path and using it on top of him. Jakiro, Bojack on the Jakiro did throw out a Macro Pyre. Just to say, hey guys, I dare you step into this. Come on, step into it while it's going on. I dare you. And they said no. We're not going to do that. We're not stupid. We're not silly. So item progression, like I said, Mechanism up on OD. He's going to be going for his 4-staff or Dagon. I really do hope it's a 4-staff. Null Talisman does give us some nice stats as far as giving him intelligence also and giving him some other stats for survivability. Windrunner is going to be going for the Pipe of Insight by the looks of it. She has a headdress up already. Moving over to Alchemist, he has a Shadow Blade. He's going for a BKB, I'm assuming. BKB will be extremely usul, especially considering the fact that there's a Jakiro stun, there's also a Lina stun, and we got a big engagement about to happen mid. We got Janie's gun on their lead, throwing a beautiful stun on top of everybody. Catching everybody out, but here comes everybody else. Alchemist Light on the Alchemist just wailing away at whoever that was. I don't think he got a kill on time. Meanwhile, Fnatic does go down. Very sad stuff. We got Ackle on the OD, just able to get the kill on top of everybody else. And oh man, okay. I'm gonna start calling these guys by the hero because calling them by name is very difficult. I tried, guys. I made the high attempt. Anywho, we see Queen and Jakiro just hanging out mid. We got OD and everybody, OD and company just pushing everybody else around this corner. Alchemist hanging around on the backside, has a Shadow Blade up, has a stun, getting ready to get, or being brewed. He's gonna go ahead and throw it on top of whoever comes out of this, Astral Imprisonment. That's a Queen of Pain. Queen of Pain will be going out. Power shot to finish off. Meanwhile, Jakiro getting exploded on the backside, and that's pretty much. I think that's pretty much it, guys. Things are going really well for Apex, and at least the courier did go down, and that's not really good. I think it had Alchemist's BKB up on top of it, or maybe it had I don't know, it had something on it, something important. But it did go down to what looked like creeps. Maybe somebody picked up around the backside. Who killed it? Who killed it? Invisibility. Doesn't say who killed it, but somebody killed it. That is one of the saving grace. Maybe Fanless was able to pick it off. I don't know, but that's more gold that the Dire have that they didn't have before. Let's go and take a look at the gold graph to speak of the devil. We can say that Apex is really high on that, as to be expected, because Alchemist, like I said, has been having free farm. He has a hand of Midas. That's a lot of gold that he's getting. He's also building his BKB, like I said before. So he has a recipe up. He probably had that Maelstrom or that Mithril Hammer up on that courier when it went down. Mithril Hammer really nice for extra damage, by the way. Not the best thing in the world, but it still does give some nice extra damage. OD ulti is up, so these guys need to be really careful. Also, he has a 4-step as well. So even if, even if he does get caught out by Phalanx's Diffusal Blade, which he doesn't have at all anyway, he can still run away because he can just 4-step himself away. Rubik's Arcane Bolt just bouncing around all on top of everybody. It's called Arcane Bolt, right? Fade Bolt. Close enough. Meanwhile, Jack will come around the corner, gonna be thrown on a Screaming Pain, and oh man, no, beautiful disruption from Shadow Demon thrown on top of Queen of Pain. And these guys, will they be able to make it alive? No, Sonic Wave will be able to finish off. Jakiro's macro probably using the backside. Meanwhile, we got Darkseer taking a little bit of damage on the backside. Queen of Pain still gonna follow up on top of Rubik. Rubik does get killed by the Phantom Lancer at the end of the day, and that's exactly what these guys want. They want more of this going on. Meanwhile, these guys are, what was that? Okay, Jakiro killing creeps. I was about to say, he's freaking out down there. There's, dual breath, ice path, everything, and. Oh god. Silly kill is silly. Mechanism coming up on Proski as well, and wow, okay, double mech on the side of Apex. I'm not too sure what the thinking behind that it was, but she definitely should have went for that Pipe of Insight. That'd be really useful versus a Queen of Pain with the Sonic Wave. And even versus a Darkseid with his wall and a vacuum. Meanwhile, Alchemist is going to be going for a kill on top of this Phantom Lancer. Easiest kill of his life. Easy kill is easy. Phantom Lancer going down. He is actually relatively poor. Relative to Alchemist, of course, because Alchemist, I mean, he can build whatever he wants. He actually has his Basher up. He has his BKB. Is it up? I think, yeah, his last piece was on the courier. So he's going to go ahead and start building his Basher, which is a really nice item to have on Alchemist, especially when you attack that fast. AC will probably be what he looks to go for next. And 22 seconds for the courier to come back up. Smoke Gang getting used up on the side of Apex. They're gonna go straight in. Proski will probably be the first one to go in. Or yeah, Proski will probably be the first one to go in and get a quick shackle if they find anybody. Sentry War used around the corner, and there's Observer Wood. Smoke is revealed. These guys do see that the other team is around the corner. This is a Soul Catcher used on top of Darkseid. Darkseid's the only one getting caught out. Rubik throws telekinesis on top of that. On top of Janie's gun. Janie turns around, throws a stun, does miss everything. OD's gonna eat that alive. She goes down. Meanwhile, Mustard goes down around the corner as a Darkseid, and OD's finding his own loser, but he can kill losers pretty fast. Meanwhile, Ozzy X on that Phantom Lancer is gonna go ahead and turn around and try to do what he can. GG, well played, thrown out by the Queen of Pain. GG, well played, thrown out by everybody else, and that pretty much ends the entire match. That will be it. These guys are gonna go ahead and tap out. Suck my Dagon says we don't want to be here anymore. Stun thrown out, and there's Radiant victory. That's right, guys. There's a new feature new feature put into the client by DotA, by Valve. If you have a practice match or tournament match, and the whole entire team types in GG, it has like a screen that pops up that says you guys are tapping out. The game's about to end in about 5 seconds, and you hit cancel if you want to. Any one person that hits cancel, that pretty much ends the game, but it's pretty much a surrender feature. I mean, I don't know why they don't just put the surrender button in there, but okay, Valve, we understand. There's a surrender button. I'm happy. I can't complain too much. Anyway, so my name is CulBlu. I just brought you guys this first match that we are watching. of the SECS Sunday Evening Cup Series that happens every single Sunday, of course. What other day would have happened? And let me go ahead and bring up the brackets really fast so you guys can see what match we just watched. That is right, Suck My Dagon versus Team Apex, and Team Apex did come out victorious, and I actually need to go update that. 1 second. See report score, Suck My Dagon 0, Team Apex 1. And we're going to go ahead and move on to the next match. And we'll see whenever that comes up. We're going to refresh this so you guys can see this over here. Oh, why you load so slow? There we go. Team Apex versus Suck My Dagon. And that is pretty much the end of this. So I hope you guys enjoyed the match, and I'll see you guys whenever.